All right. So I've been setting up something for the last 2 hours. No, let's be honest. It's about 4. It's got to be about 4. Yeah. So let me show you my little thing here. So this is going to be our infinite lava pit. And you might be wondering, it's not deep enough. No, it's not. Underneath it, I'm going to go into spectator mode here. Mode spectator. And then B. So yeah, it's a pit, and I walled it to just make it look nice, even though it's going to freaking lava pit, and we're never going to go into it again. Yeah, so it's a lava pit. We ain't ever going to go into it again. But every bit of this has been walled with smooth stone that has been shaped into chipped deal as rounded smooth stone brick. Every bit of it, all the way up to the top with a little bit on the lip. Now, you're also thinking this isn't also deep enough because you need 10,000 blocks of lava. No, I modified that. I'm not doing 10,000 blocks. I'm doing 5,000. So I'm at least doing half of it. But even still, you don't need that many lava blocks as a deal. I want to be in survival and at me. There we go. There we go. Now I'm back to normal. Okay. So as I said, I modified the game. There's a deal in the it's actually right here. You can click and you can click configure. Is it server config? I don't know. Maybe under fluids. Yeah. Holes pulley block threshold in blocks 5,000 is what I set. So that means I only need I only need 5,000 instead of 10,000, which is the default. I'm doing this solo. I don't care. I'm at least doing this going forward. When I play the create mod, there is a setting you can do when you're setting up your world that will turn 4 blocks of lava into an infinite source, just like water, that you can turn on if you wish. And I will probably use that. I have everything set up to turn this into a contraption to take this away as soon as we get the lava in. And also, you do not need source blocks of lava except for enough to cover the whole inside of this. So if my calculations are correct, I don't need that much. I can take a tank that'll hold 84 buckets worth just in case I want to place source blocks, lavas all over the top of this, but you do not need to. In fact, I'm going to save and we're going to go into my creative non-flat world. This is where I tested this. And I did this normally, even though I'm in creative. I did this normally. So here it is right here. I just dug a hole with commands all the way down, giving me enough room for 5,000. And yeah, I just placed blocks around the edge of lava and then one in the middle, and it was enough. If I go into spectator mode again and go down, as you can see, everything, see, as soon as it turns orange, I just didn't wall this one, but yeah, so it's 5,000 blocks, but I only filled in the top with lava. As you can see, there was a little hole here. In mine, I don't have that hole. Even when I dug it out, I didn't have a hole. But yeah, so let me do... This time I'm going to go into creative. And then me. There we go. So, yes. This right here. So what I did, I actually did this physically. I went to another and pumped lava into this whole tank. 360 buckets of lava into this tank. And then I turned it into a contraption, moved it over here, and I put it here with a pump on it, and I didn't do it here. I don't think I have that set up anymore where I was doing it, but I had a spout on this thing, and it filled up lava buckets for me. That's all it did. And I just went around until I got finished, and then I, stopped and that. And then I did a calculation of how many lava buckets I needed to fill this in. And this tank right here, this is the smallest you can go. As soon as you get this much lava, you'll still have some left over to fill in this whole thing. If you want to do lava in the... if you want to do lava all around the edges and then one in the middle. That's all you need. So this is my test deal for that. And it's, as you can see, a bottomless supply. It's only 5,000. And here it is. And I did try using it to make sure it was bottomless, and it is. So that's all we need. I don't need something that big. If I can just build something this big, this is enough lava to fill this thing in. So I just need a 144 bucket container. I actually need I think I calculated it was 84. But if we do this where it goes down to a 3x3, it's not enough. It's 72. So I had to do another one, and that put it at 144. So as soon as that's how that got to that. So as long as I build one this big, we have enough lava for everything. We just needed enough for 182 buckets or something like that. So let's go back into our survival mode. And no, I did not use commands to dig this out. I used, let's see, they're in here. Sort. So in here somewhere is all my drills I used to dig this out. Here they are, 64 plus 17 drills. So I put those drills in and had them go down on a hose pulley. No, a rope pulley. I keep on confusing some of these things because there's different pulleys. So this is what you use to make a quarry drill, basically is what this is called. And it will go down and make this for us. It drills it down. You don't actually have to use the contraption machine or anything like that. You just need the rope pulley, all those drills, and then just glue it all together, put storage on it, glue the storage to the drills, and then hook a rope pulley to it with some power, and you're good to go. That's how you dig a hole down. And you need that many drills to dig a 9x9 hole, which is what this is. It's a 9x9 hole, which goes down to, I think, level 2 is where it ends. And then I have this one on top, so it actually makes it one higher, because if not, it's at 64 with one up at 65. So it goes from Y level 65 all the way to Y level 2, which, if we, 65 minus 2 is 63, and we need 61.78 or something blocks dig deep, and I just went an extra block. So instead of going to 62, I went to 63. So with this lip on here, it is. So we're just going to go grab lava, fill this in, and have us an infinite lava pool, basically. And I put this torch in the middle, so I know where to put my first bucket of lava. So it's right there in the middle, and then I can just go around the edges and get all of that as lava source blocks, which is what I'm going to do. You don't actually have to do that much. You do the 4 corners and one in the middle, and I think it counts. So you actually technically only need 5, but I want my lava to look pretty. I want it to look flat when it's in here. So I'm going to do edges and one in the middle. So yeah. So that's what I'm going to do there. If I want to, I can actually do it even easier, and I might. Instead of doing buckets, which means I don't need the spout that I made, I can do a hose pulley down and let it fill it in. And that, it would take a lot more lava, but it would make it flat for sure. It would definitely make it flat for sure if I did that. So I think that's what I'm going to do instead. I already have a hose pulley. Nope, not that bag. So, I've got a hose pulley in here somewhere. That's my elevator that I used when I was doing... Oh, yeah. I made an elevator like right here to go down all the way to the bottom easier and up. But I didn't actually need it going up when I was building the walls because I have these hooks. And these are the... I've got the red hook, which is Creative Flight. You have to throw out 3 of them. Also, their range is a little bit shorter than normal. But with this, I have Creative Flight in the area that I'm hooked to. You can't release all of them at the same time. You have to do them individually. So that's one thing you have to take into account with the Creative Flight one, is you have to release them all individually. It was pretty easy as I was going. I did blocks 5 at a time. There is construction wands revived in here. So I had a diamond wand already to build things, and I just used, I had to make another one because my first one broke, but it made it real easy to just build up the walls all the way with a diamond wand. So I just had to spend like 2 diamonds. And that first diamond one was already like halfway done, I think. A little bit less than halfway, maybe. So I was looking for my hose pulley. So I was trying to find here. So let's see. So we got the elevator pulley right there. It's going to look kind of like that, but a different color. Here it is, the hose pulley. It looks like copper because you make it with a copper casing. So I'm going to go ahead and place this down so I have it. I'm going to need another one because I'm going to need one for the nether where I go to get it. So do I place it like this? Yes. No. That is wrong. I need it to be the other way. So what I want to do is I want to build up here and here. Actually, that's wrong as well. I need one more deep. Here, 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 and then rope pulley here. And that has that there, and that has that there. Okay. Or do I want it to go the other way? It might be easier to go the other way with it. Yeah, it might be easier to go the other way with it, where I have... So, I think it's this way. Yeah, this is what I want. I think. I don't know. I'm going to have to modify this a little bit so the tank can fit in here. So my tank can fit right here. So we're going to build a tank right here so I know where it goes. So the pump is going to need to go here. And it needs to go that way into it. But I can change that later if I need to. And then the tank needs to be built on this level. Okay, so this is where I build my tank. I can do it this way where it's offset this way. So I have this little platform for me, I think. 1, 2, 3, yeah, 2, 3, yeah, 3 by 3 and a little platform for me. All right. So we need a lot of copper for this. I don't think I've made a fluid tanks yet. which is interesting to know. Okay. So, tank. Huh. Oh, I already have it over here is why. So 2 and a barrel. Okay, so we're going to need 6 of them. And it only makes 1, right? Yeah. So we're going to need 6 barrels. Yes. Yeah, 6 barrels. Can I make barrels with just the oak logs? No. Okay. What about if I stuff a deal of planks in there? Which I probably don't have enough, so just grab a stack, because if we can't make the barrels in here, oak storage connectors. So it doesn't look like we can do that. Jungle logs. Oh, you need specifically jungle logs for it. That's interesting to know. Okay. A barrel can be workbenched into a barrel or something like that. Interesting. Okay. So I can either go and do that and get jungle logs, or I can just make it here. I think I'll just make it here, but I need to then, with this, I know now I need to set up a jungle log farm. So I'll have to do that in between episodes. I didn't know it was specifically jungle logs you could do that with. Okay. So we need, actually, I think I have a bunch on me. Yeah, I've got a bunch of spruce ones that we can use. So there and there, and do this. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Throw that in there. Throw these planks in here. Wood goes back in there. And we have 6. Okay. So we have 6 barrels. We need to press 12 copper. I can put the rest of that back up. I do feel really good that I've made things faster, really. So if you watch, the thing just boom, boom, boom. Just goes a lot faster. Oh, hey, man. I didn't even know you were here. Or you are in here, huh? What you got? Slime balls again. I'm fine. That would be nice. I don't have this, so I need 5 emeralds for it. Do I have 5 emeralds? Let me go see if they're out here. So if I have 5 already, or if I need to grab some sticks and sell some things. I have 8. Let's go ahead and grab some more. We'll just grab however many that'll give us in stick trades. But I definitely want to grab some pale oak saplings. Don't disappear on me, man. Hey, man. Don't go nowhere. Oh, I didn't have enough, huh? Oh, I got 4 of them anyway. Okay, cool. So cool. He was actually useful. He gets to stay around. If they're useful, they get to stay. So I'll just try to remember those are in there and use those. I still haven't done that acacia I've gotten earlier. All right, let's go back and get our copper sheets that we made, because they'll be done for sure. All right, so copper sheets are done. Need a 3x3 crafting grid. Okay. So let's go build this over here where it connects to the pump. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Shit. That is not a 3x3. I way underestimated how many I needed for that. I don't know what I was thinking. I need 9 per, man. My brain just does not math sometimes. I need 9 per. So I'm going to need 9 and then another 3. So I'm going to need 12 of them. So to make 12 of them, 12 makes 6. 24 will make 12. Will make 12. 24 will make 12, which means I need to go and grab more barrels, but I'll go get this going, and also let me go and go to bed. I've been pretty good. I haven't had Phantom show up yet, which I don't need them to show up because you can't use the membranes for anything anyway. If you take a look. We take a look at the Phantom membranes and use on it. It just repairs the elytra and it makes the potion that it normally does. There's nothing different about it. So the membrane doesn't actually do anything for us. All right. So need these to be pressed. I need to grab more barrels, which means I need more wood. So I'm going to need 12 more barrels. Definitely probably going to need wood. And let me grab these and those. There's the planks. Let's give me 5. Grab another stack. Well, barrels. There we go. Now it should work this time. I'm going to need another minecart assembler. Mine's over there on the flooring. So that's going to take a hot second. I don't know what I was thinking. Making that thing like that. I knew I should have done it. Yeah. There we go. All right, so there's that. And now I need a minecart assembler right here to pick up from here back. Okay. So I'm going to need... Actually, I'm going to make 2 of them so I can leave that one there and pick up mine. All right, so we're going to need... Okay, I know I need a lever for what I'm going to do. So I'm going to need that lever. I'm going to need... what do I... This minecart is for this cart assembler. Where is it here on this list? Because I'm pretty sure I had one here. Also, I don't need the mason table or the carpenter's table anymore. I'm going to leave that door because I like that door. That's the 2-tier. I'm going to take that off. I don't have it in here, so... cart. Assembler. Redstone, 2 alloy, 2 logs. So I'm going to make 2 of them. this, that, and that. 2 of them. A lever. I have rail in my backpack. That can go there. Okay. So I need to place it where the pump will be connected to the top of the thing. So it needs to go on this block here. That needs to go there. And then I need to glue it. I still say this was worth it. Unbreaking 3, mending on the super glue. I haven't had to repair it yet. Right. I didn't make a minecart. I do need to go do that real quick. Super minecart, which needs 5 iron, right? Yes. Okay, I'm going to need another one. Oh, that's 4. Need one more. You can't stack minecarts. Interesting. I never remember that. Huh. All right, so we can go put the minecart down as well. That. Okay. So what I need to do is I need to pick up this whole thing, which means I need to super glue it, which means let's go from here up and around to this right there. And then take this one and glue that. And then if we do this here, and it's mine. Cool. All right. So there's that. Now we need to go to the nether. And also, if you wish to, name your contraptions so you know what they are, because they always come out as minecart contraptions. I've named my tunnel bore as well. So I'm going to call this tank. Moving liquid tank. Just takes 1 level to rename it. So that's always nice. Okay, so now let's see. Let me make sure I have everything real quick. I'm going to need another rail. I'm going to need that minecart assembler. Minecart assembler, rail, this, and my other lever I have. We're going to just take all this back with us when we go. We actually do not need another minecart, actually, but I'm going to put that up then. Because we have we have the thing to do it, and I'm going to put up the super glue so I don't accidentally use it. Now, the thing is when you do a minecart deal, it will automatically, when you undo it, when you like turn a redstone signal off to it and place it back as a non-minecart contraption, it will orientate the way you had it. So remember that. We had ours going this way. So if we can, we need to get our minecart contraptions to face the same direction that we had before. But we also have to place it going this way. So when we place it this way, whichever, it's north, south, east, west. It just make sure you do the exact same direction, basically. All right. So I think we'll be fine. Let's head in. I haven't done the armor yet or anything, so, but we should be fine. We just need to go and find the closest lava lakes, which seems to be either north or south of us. So either that direction or that direction. And we need to be able to get down to it easily. I have building blocks right there if I need them. And here we go. We got this right here. This is good enough. All right. So let me set things up here so I can get out here for this. I just want to make sure I have enough room for everything, so I'm just going to build a whole platform out. Okay, you know one thing I did forget? Another hose pulley. I forgot to make another hose pulley. I don't know if I have the material on hand to do that, so we may have to head back to make one. That wasn't supposed to happen. I didn't think I would mine that quickly, but whatever. All right. So, we're here. Let's try placing down our minecart deal. So, let's place it... like I said, I'm going to need at least 3 from it back. So, let's place it here. And it's going to go that way, actually. So we want it more over here. Let's do it here, like, right at the middle. This here. This lever, so it stays a minecart contraption, and then place it. Okay. So what's going to happen, this thing should flip around and come that way when we turn it off. No, actually it stayed that way, which is a little strange. Not going to lie. I could have swore this thing would have flipped around. Okay, so I'm going to have to change the orientation of this then. I need it to go this... I mean, I could actually leave it here, but I don't want to. Oh, there we go. I was wondering why I couldn't pick it up, and that's why. It's also really nice that I can place it... I can pick up like rails and levers with it. That's yeah, there's enough room there. Okay. So that automatically placed, and also that needs to be on lock rotation. I forgot. Oh, well, shit. I'm gonna have to. Luckily I made that other minecart, didn't I? Okay. So, all right. So I'm gonna need some rotation as well, which I can do. I guess right here would be fine. So now I need to get this over here in rotation wise. So let's see, we gonna need some shafts. So let's do that real quick. Okay, let's grab a gearbox. And then I need a cog, but that's not going to work there like that, is it? So... How would I go about doing this? Okay, that works. Inwards. I can maybe make it faster. I'm not sure. I know I need that there. And I know I need the gearbox here to get that there. Okay, there we go. That'll work. So coming out and going up or down. That's what I want. So shaft here. It's in my bag still. This. I always have this going the wrong way. Cogwheel. Then I'm going to need something off of this. Probably another gearbox. That's what I'm thinking. There we go. I have some more gearboxes. No, I only have the one. Damn, okay. Then I need another gearbox going down, right? I don't have one, apparently. I can make one. I got an andesite casing right here. I have the gears on me, so I can just do this, that. And, you know, I also forgot to get pipes, so that's going to be an adventure. There we go. And then right there. Okay, take that apart. All right, so the next problem. Let me put this back up. Put this back down. So the next thing I need to do is I need to get pipes. 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe pipes. And I need copper sheets for that. I don't think I can make pipes without copper sheets. Yeah, it's just all copper, so, and it makes 4 at a time, so, but I'll make probably 2 of them just to make sure. And then I also need to make sure I have the thing. Okay, so I'm going to mark this here as lava source. I know where to go. So I need 2 copper sheets per, 1 copper ingot per. So I want to do this 2 times. So that's my sheets for 1 craft, sheets for 2 crafts, and then 1, 2, 6 in total. I just need to press 4 of them. And then I craft it here. And then I need a hose pulley, which I don't have another one of those for. So I need to make a hose pulley, which, where is that in this mess of stuff? There we go. So I need a copper casing, a dried kelp block, and another copper sheet. Okay. So actually, I do have copper on me. And I'm going to need another for the copper deal. That, put that back, that, and that. And then I've got kelp in me. I need 9 of it. First, that there, nope, that there, and then we've got another hose pulley. Okay. And then I have a hand crank on me, so I can hand crank it myself. It's fine. I have that mine card in here somewhere, don't I? Yeah, okay. Just making sure. Because I'm going to need it. Since I lost my other one. All right. So, we need our hose pulley out over the lava. So actually what I'm going to do is I'm going to do this. Oh. So we need a pipe. We need a hose pulley. There's that there. Okay. And that's all I needed. Actually, I didn't need pipes anyway. Cool. And then I need my hose pulley. I need my crank. I have one in my create bag, but that's fine. Okay, it has to go this way, so we have to shift click it until it stops. Gonna drain our hunger, but that's okay. And now it's stopped, right? Doesn't go any further. Okay. And then if we take that off and we go and hook this back up, which I put the shaft up, of course. Shaft. Here. Tapping the mantle, which when you get that achievement, you know you have infinite lava, which we knew we was going to get anyway. There we go. Now I can see it. I like seeing the visual effect, personally. It just depends on what I'm looking at and what I'm doing with it. So, bottomless supply, as you can see. And it's already got 70 buckets in it. It doesn't take long. It takes longer the bigger your tank is, but doesn't take long if you're just doing this. So, first let's put up our crank. Then we'll put up a pipe. Need that mine cart. Put up that bucket. Put up that single piece of cobblestone. I'll put the nether rack off in there as well. We can use that as building blocks if we need to. And it's full. Okay. So we just take that and that. That. Then if we can, see if we can grab that lava source right there. That. We ain't gonna worry about that. Okay, and then we need our minecart. First, let's put this up, this up, this up, this up, this up, this up, this. Okay. So we need our minecart. And everything should still be glued together. Let me check real quick. So everything is still glued together like it's supposed to. So if we flick this, all that lava is still in it. And we can pick it up. We can pick this all up. And we have lava. And also, I am too low. Need to go up, get to the portal. Need to go up here. Excuse me. Don't mean to look at you. I apologize. Also, that's the wrong button there. And out we go. And now we should be able to put this lava down. And there should be enough in it. We just need 81 buckets. So real quick, don't do that. I wanted the deal so I could put that up so I didn't accidentally do that. Okay. So that should be everything. And put the lever back in my regular backpack. Dude, you're going to have a bad time. I'm telling you right now, you're going to have a bad time. You're going to want to move. You're definitely moving in the wrong direction. So if we throw that in there and then flip that switch, it's here. And we can pick this all up. Got that. And then we go there. Now our next thing to do is grab our torch, because I don't actually need it since I'm not going to use buckets for this. Let me throw this all in here, because I'm not going to need to make it a contraption anymore. I'm just going to leave the tank here until I need it. And then the lever can go back in here. And then my create bag can actually go here, I think. No, yeah, because I need my hand crank right here. at. Do that. So there we go there. And now I need to hook power to this. And also I need to flip it back that way so it goes out. So. Actually, I don't need to... Yeah, I do need to hook power to that, so that'll spin. But I also need to hook power to this so it'll put out the lava. I think... Well, it'll put out the... I can use the hand crank on it still if I need to. But I need to get that to spin, which means I need power, which I keep on taking this apart. I need my dirt. And then place a dirt block here. Ag. Sort. Where are my water wheels at? I've made this thing like 5 times right in this one section. Also, I actually made it too big, but that's fine. I'm going to need access to it over here anyway. And I've also made this infinite water source a bunch as well. But last time I just deleted it and didn't pick up 2 buckets of water before I did. So yeah, I'm going to have to go get some deals here. Basically, right now, I'm just making a thing to hold the water. So I can place water right here, and it should just run through, and that should start spinning. And I don't need to set up all the pipes and stuff, the shafts and stuff. So I need to get some water. So, yeah, I have a lava bucket here, which, yeah, I don't really need that. I mean, okay. So real quick, what I can do, let me head up in here. Let's go to bed real quick. Basically, I can just go put this lava over here where I've had lava before. Hi, dude. There's 2 of them out here. Wow. I've never seen 2 of them out here. Let's grab our water. And I need... Ah, I do have at least the 1 water bucket on me. Okay. That one and that one makes infinite. Which lets me do this. And this. That. That. No, I don't need a water because I'm going to be picking these up. All right. So there's that there. Now I need to get power over here to the cog deal. So I'm going to need all my cogs out. So I am going to need my bag back. So let's set this up again like we had it in the nether if we can. So first things first, let's go ahead and just make this. Rotational controller with cogwheels. Let me go ahead and grab all of them out. So large cogwheel here. And then let me have all my shafts. Go ahead and do the gearbox here. There it is. That's what I want right there. In and over. And then I'm going to need another gearbox going vertical. And then I'll need another gearbox going... actually, I'm not sure. May not need that right there. What I can do is I can have a gearbox here going into it. Flip it around. So it goes like that. Shaft. Gearbox going vertical. There, that's what I want. And then another gearbox. That goes that way. Goes. It's going to be slow, but I can speed it up. I'm just going to do 32. I don't need it to be that fast. Let's try 64. That's what I want. Now all this is ready. So the next thing I need to do is I'm going to need this to be specifically ready for when I get this thing out of here. When I take this up, this lava has a chance to spill, so I need to put my stuff in there so it'll go in there. And I'll need 2 of them. I have fire ticks off, but I don't think these linear chassis burn anyway. And that's what this is made out of, is those linear chassis. Because those just stick together without having to use glue. Basically. Just 2 more. Okay. It's all here, so that means I need to turn this off. Okay. So I'm just going to disconnect, and I'm going to actually remove the hose pulley, just in case. Okay. Take this and put this here. Take this, put this here. Take this and put this here. All right. So here goes everything. So do this. Take that up. That. That up. That. That and that. And we're done. Just fill in my hole for the grass that I made to specifically do that. Need more grass. I don't know if I need 4 or 5. I think it's 4, but I got 5 in case. 3 needed. Okay. Okay, so now's the fun part. We wait. But I'm also going to watch. I'm going to watch. I don't want to miss it. So I'm going to actually enter spectator mode and we're going to just watch it and see how far down it is. As soon as the light level changes, it's almost there. See where the darkness is compared? So yeah, it's like right here. I just want to make sure, you know. So just enter spectator mode so we can see. And that's everything in lava. Nice. So if we go back up to the top, come out of spectator mode. Over here. This. Survival. At me. And hurt myself a little bit. If we hook this back up, we hook this hose pulley back up. And hand crank. I put it in my creative bag. I remember saying I did that when I wasn't supposed to. That in there. Do that. Have that go all the way to the bottom. Oh, we're so hungry right now. I'm going to have to eat. I'm so hungry. And it stopped. Pop that off. And then if we hook things back up, gear, cog. I mean shaft cog. If we have that, and we flip this, we have infinite lava. We should anyway. Bottomless supply. There it is. An hour and 4 minutes. And like 4.5, 5 hours most likely of building this tank. But we have infinite lava. And yes, I know I did it at 5,000 instead of 10,000, but I don't care. I'm in single player. I'm not going to make it 10,000 because I would have to make this a lot bigger in width and stuff. I can't make it a 9x9. I would probably have to make it at least, I don't know, double it. Probably. It just depends on how deep I could get it as a 9x9. I don't think I can get it deep enough. Even starting here at Y level 64, I don't think I could get it deep enough. You know, I could raise this. You could raise this up to where it's like level with a house. And that would make it up to, what level is the house on? Y68. So it would add, what, 3 more levels to it? Because it's at 65 with it right here. So actually add 4 more levels if you go from 64. But we now have infinite lava. We have an infinite lava source where we can just pull things out. And if I go over here to the rotational control and just suck that up, that's just going to suck it up even quicker. Now, I have to leave this here. If I want lava out, I have to leave it here. But I can, like, I can come off of this, you know. Now, there's way other ways you could do this. And I'm not talking about just this here. If you wanted to skip this process entirely, get you the mod Ender storage. where you get the ender chest and the ender tanks that you color on the top and stuff like that. And you can just do it cross-dimensionally with those ender tanks. And there's actually, you need a couple of ender pearls, but you can get those pretty easily, especially I could in the warped forest. So I wouldn't actually need this if I had that mod. While we're playing Mr. Beardstone's mod pack, I did want to I didn't mean to get the gearbox. That's actually supposed to stay. While we're playing Mr. Beardstone's mod pack, there is another player who does their own mod pack, has their own mod pack for Create and stuff. And they have like electricity and stuff where everything turns in, where you can turn things into FE and stuff. If I remember correctly, their name is Foxy No Tail. And I've been watching their newest series, their FNXT, I think it's called Create. Pack 3, season 3, I think is what they're calling it. And they have their mod pack and everything updated to the like Create 6 and stuff like that. And they're really good. So I would suggest that if you wish. I'm going to grab, I have it in here somewhere. I just don't know where it is. There it is. I want my clutch so I can do this, throw the lever on it, and then that'll just stop that right there. And then I'll hook the shafts back up. And then if I want to, I can stop it here. So that doesn't do anything. I don't know if it being full will make it do anything with all this still running, but at least it's only this running and the water wheel is running from now on. So real quick, I'm going to grab 2 buckets of water. Grab these 2 deals of tills. Get the dirt, put that off in there. I have no idea what the hell that noise was. I can take this up, actually. And that's pretty much it. This hand crate goes in here. This stuff goes off in here. Where is that contraption at? Where did I put that contraption? Where did it go at in here? Because I would like it back. This one. And I'm going to take it apart. I don't actually want a bunch of linear chassis like that. I'm actually going to use this as a extra point of doing shifting all this stuff over to my tunnel borer, all the drills and stuff, just hook it all up and have a big ass tunnel borer is basically what I'm going to do. But we got a little bit something else to do first. Before we do that, we have all these tunnel borers, we have all these drills and stuff. We need to make another quarry next episode. And we're going to the Nether, and we're going to see if it's possible for us to get netherite ancient debris. I just want some ancient debris. If I can get enough to put it on my pickaxe, I would be happy. We haven't finished things yet though, so I would put it on my pickaxe. I don't think I would put it on anything else, so I need at least 4 ancient debris. I've never had any netherite before. I've never done it. So, a netherite. So, I need at least 1 ingot, which is this system here. So, I need 4 netherite scrap. Netherite scrap is 1-to-1 with ancient debris. Ancient debris comes from Y level 15 of the nether. We're going to drill out the nether, basically. We're going to find a section, and we're going to try and grab some ancient debris. We're going to make a quarry, basically. We're going to clear out a whole area near our portal, probably off, I don't know, depending on the directions in there, like east or west, probably. And I'm going to set up a big old quarry with all the drills I have, which is over a stack. I might make another stack. Fill out the second stack. I might do that. I'm not sure. And I'm going to throw it all together as a quarry. You don't need anything but the drills, chest, and a rope pulley. And then power, of course, to make it go up and down. You need to super glue all the drills together. You need to super glue the chest to the drills, and then you attach the rope pulley to it, but you don't super glue that. It automatically makes it a contraption. Once you wind down the deal and make it, the rope pulley attaches, it automatically becomes a contraption into a quarry, which is what I did to make the deal. And we're just going to mine out the nether and try and get at least 4 ancient debris. Now, if I can get enough, like 8, there is one other thing I would like to go ahead and do with it. And that is, I want to get a brass jetpack. And then I want to use that brass jetpack. I guess I don't do that. I should do it in a smithing, yeah. I want to take that brass jetpack and make a netherite jetpack, if I can. But that's also going to require fuel, which we just got. We got an infinite lava source over there. So we can just go over there and fill up some fuel tanks. But not only do we need to do that, we also have to get to the point where we can make mechanical crafters, because we have to have mechanical crafters to make the at least the brass jetpack. We have to make it with that. So we have to have at least, I think it's 13 mechanical crafters. Let's check real quick. Yep, we need at least 13 of them. But also we're going to need fuel tanks for them, which means we need pressed obsidian. So first things first is we need to get crushing wheels so we can get crushed obsidian, which is a powdered obsidian, and then we press it. After we crush it, I think we take the powder, spout lava on it, and then crush it, and that's where we can and then not crush it, spout lava on it, and then press it, and that gets us our sturdy sheets, which we use to make the fuel tanks. If I go to tank, and we want the large, so we need sturdy sheets, and it needs them all the way through. And then to get a sturdy sheet, like I said, spout lava on it, press it twice. So, and then we need the powdered obsidian, which comes from obsidian in crushing wheels. We have a chance, 75% chance to get our obsidian back, and also we always get a powdered obsidian. So we're also going to need a bunch of obsidian, which means we might want to make an obsidian machine. So we got shit to do now, because we have infinite lava. We can make a lot of stuff. We can't use it yet, because we don't have the ability to pull it out yet, which we're going to work on, which I'm going to work on in between episodes. I'm going to have to change some things around to be able to get it where I can hook a spout to it. So the only way to fill a lava bucket from this stuff and not ruin your thing where you take the lava out of the pool is you need to get a spout, put it on a tank like this, and then spout onto it to get lava. And put a bucket on the thing for a depot for it to spout onto, and it goes from there. It's a whole process. I'll probably get the lava bucket set up off screen, and then when we come back, we'll start the process of making sturdy sheets, which means I need to go get obsidian, which means we'll do the obsidian generator first if I can find one that I like, and then we'll go from there. I do have the goat of a pickaxe now. My pickaxe is Fortune 3, Efficiency 4, Unbreaking 3, Mending. So we should be able to mine obsidian with Efficiency 4 pretty quickly compared to what it usually is, even with a diamond pickaxe. So, oh, right. I forgot to mention, I switched. That's why I had all these water wheels, because I knew I needed them. I switched this over here to a full power windmill. I can't run it at 256, but I can run it at 128. If I run it at 256, the millstone can't keep up, but at 128 it can. If I go above that, it starts backing up into the system. Yeah. So I went from 93 to 128. Not a big increase, but it's still an increase. And what's our deal is at 433. I'm going to leave 100 in there at least. And I'm going to go stuff this all into the house. So when I need to craft, I can have it here with me. And that'll get me up to 441 in the house, 49 blocks, and 3,971. And I might have to go andesite mining soon. We could make andesite. With diorite and cobblestone makes 2 in a crafting deal. We go to the automated shapeless crafting. It's 1-to-1 still, so we can do that to turn it into that. That just makes that. We can do flint, gravel, and lava in a compacting, and we get 1 andesite, which is not bad. This is what you usually do. This is like a part of regular Create. I'm not sure if this diorite cobblestone thing, this automated shapeless crafting, is part of Create, or if this is, I mean, it is because it's the automated shapeless crafting, but I don't know if the base recipe is part of Create or not. Or if this is some mod adding this recipe that Mr.Beardstone had, because you need andesite like constantly. But I could add this system to my iron mine. I would have to modify it though, because we're already getting a crap ton of flint from it. We can either make another one, a mine dedicated to it itself, or we could bump off of that iron mine. We would need to get lava over to it. We have infinite lava now, so that's not a problem. And then we would get andesite. So we would need to get flint, which is, we're getting that from the deal, so we can just stop burning it and take it with us. Use it. And then we need another deal of gravel, which we can just make another 1 drill, 2 drills, with a cobblestone generator. Also, that's another thing. I don't know if I showed this or not, but I made the wrong stuff the first time. I was actually getting stone in the drills, which takes it longer to break. I'm now actually getting cobblestone itself. What I had to do is I had to take the 2 waters out, let the lava flow down, and then put the waters back on this, and it created cobblestone. So yeah, that was a thing. And I think I increased my efficiency when I did that, not counting putting that up to 128. So like I was thinking about, if we did this recipe, we would just need to set up another one of those. So that would be a bucket of lava, 2 buckets of water, 2 drills, some belts and stuff to feed things. So we can do that, no problem. We can also use that as extra flint if we wanted to, but we don't actually need to turn that into flint, so we could just put it into the system. And that makes us automated andesite. It needs 2. I think we get a crap ton of flint. It's a 10% chance in a crushing wheel. What is it washing it? 25, so you actually get a bigger chance. So crushing gravel gives us sand, a 10% chance of flint, and 5% chance of clay balls. Mincing it gives us flint directly, milling it. So if we just take the gravel and milled it, because we don't need the iron, we don't need the clay, and we don't need the sand right now. 10% chance doing the slicing. Is that a part of the system? Automatic food eating. Yeah, so we could do this, but it's only a 10% chance. So it's better to do the mill to guarantee it. Okay. So we need to put a mill down and get the gravel through. The problem is when we do this, we're going to be limited to 128 speed of this whole system. Because the mill... Actually, no, we don't. If I do it correctly, I don't need to. In fact, that just reminded me what I can do. It's too late. We're already way over time. I should stop talking. But what I'm going to do in between episodes, because I just thought of it, the mill has a spot on the bottom for a shaft. So I just need to get the damn thing into with a shaft on the bottom. That's all I need to do, and I can actually run this thing at 256. Maybe. It just depends on if the mill keeps up with it at 256, even with the shaft. Because I'm kind of having to limit the system because of the cogwheels. Because I don't want to put an adjustable gear shift on it and things like that. It's too much of a hassle. So basically, if I did that, I would need to get another... I could do 2 encased chain drives here and put a gearbox there into it, and that would work. Because I just need straight power until I get to it, and then I need to go up. So that's all I need to do. 2 encased chain drives and the deal. And then I can take these cogwheels off and throw this into even faster at 256 max speed. I can run the system at max speed. I don't know how much faster that would be, but it would be faster making the stuff. It just depends on if the millstone can keep up with that. I was actually thinking about changing it to a... I was thinking about changing it to a crushing wheel situation where I get a 40% chance of iron nuggets, but I need to get a way to get crimsite. And to get crimsite, you can't, apparently. Ah. I thought you could get crimsite. You could make it. But apparently you can't. So you can't actually do this. I mean, you could mine the shit out of it, but you can't actually create this to make an infinite loop. Oh, maybe that's because that's that, and we do this, and no. Nope, it doesn't work. Yeah, I can't click on it to get it, and this just leads me back to that. So I can't make it. So then what do we do? And that's just horse armor. That doesn't help us. That's all we got is the bulk washing. We could add crushed raw iron to our system to get a chance of getting redstone, but that's weird. I could have swore they Mr.Beardstone added a way to get this all the time so you could make an infinite system. But we actually have to just wash it. We can't actually create crimsite to do an infinite deal of this. So, yeah, we can't do that. So that's interesting. Yep. So that doesn't work. Okay. So yeah, we the only way we can get iron is actually to to do what we're doing. We just need to make it bigger. All right, so I'm going to quit talking now and go. So thank you for watching. I'll see y'all later. Y'all have a nice time, whatever time it is in y'all's part of the world. Bye.